Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here at the travel cabin, and if you've been around this channel for a little bit, you may notice that it looks a little different. But I wanted to make this video to show you the original build. We're gonna go back in time and I'm gonna show you exactly how I built the original travel cabin. And then we're gonna come through and show you some of the mistakes I made with the original build and how you can implement some better practices for your build in the future. Without further ado, let's go back and take a look at the original build of the travel cabin.
I started out by purchasing a 4x8 trailer that I found used on Facebook Marketplace. I also acquired a 4x8 piece of plywood that was free, and I just applied some liquid rubber to the bottom of it to make sure that it is as waterproof as possible. Now it was time to take it into the workshop. I was fortunate enough to have a place indoors where I could build this thing. And the first part of the process was simply taking nails out of a bunch of boards that I got for free, once again on Facebook Marketplace. All right guys, so today officially begins the first real day of construction. We're starting to build the walls out. So I've got 2 walls done, and I think it's time to put them up on the trailer, which is the really scary part, but it's also the exciting part because once these go on, we're gonna have an idea of the shape of this thing. Structurally, we're in good shape. Look at this. She is stable. I think I'm going to start building the roof. Roof joists, trusses, whatever you call them, they are up. Now it's time to work on the door frame. Wow, taking shape rather quickly. So the next part of the process was adding the plywood, which was no easy task. I had to measure out the windows and other spaces and make sure it fit just right. I came back the next day and put the plywood up on the roof, as well as on the back and some other spots on the cabin. Next, I cut out our rolled roofing, added that to the top of the plywood, and then cut out our metal roofing pieces and added those as well. We have a roof. Look at that. It's a beauty. Well, you guys, she is all enclosed. Look at that. Wow. Pretty sick. Now that I had the cabin fully enclosed with plywood, it was time to add the house wrap. Now what this does is just adds an extra layer of protection against moisture and really make sure that your structure is weatherproof. Everything is done, except for the siding. I've got the siding that we're gonna put on this puppy, and now all we gotta do is cut it, put it up, nail it in, and we're gonna be in really good shape. We got the siding up on the entire structure. Look at, we got the back on, we've got the window framed out, and I put this flashing on the corners here, which I think will help even a little bit with the aerodynamics, as weird as that sounds. 6 days of work is what this took. Unbelievable. And not even full days, mind you. I was also working my job in the meantime as well. So there were only a couple of chores left to do before we took this thing out of the workshop. First, I put down the laminate flooring, and then I put together the couch/bed. Now what this thing does is it utilizes a slat system that fits together perfectly to allow you to retract it, but also collapse it back down whenever you need to. So you've got yourself a couch and a bed, really utilizing the tiny space. So this is how it's gonna work. You're gonna be able to sit on the couch. Then, if you want a little ottoman action, you just simply pull out this section as far as you want it. So you can bring it as far out or as far in as you want it. And then if you want the full bed, take a look. So after those couple of chores, it was finally time to take it out of the workshop and give it a little bit of a test drive. She's out. We're gonna take her for a little spin. So far, so good. Oh geez, that was a turkey. That terrified me. The first road test was a success. We've got her back in the shop, and it's time to call it a day. So I took the travel cabin home and painted the trim and stained the siding. I picked the colors as an homage to our cabin up north. It follows the exact same color scheme, and I think it looks great. I finished one of the most dreaded jobs of this entire build, funny enough. Now it looks like a cabin. Next, it was time to create the individual cushions for the mattress and the couch. I went on Facebook Marketplace again and got a twin memory foam mattress. I measured each section that I was gonna use for the couch and the bed and cut that out. I got thin pieces of plywood and cut those to fit each section of the mattress. I then got an old sheet from our bed at home, cut it to fit each section, wrapped it around the mattress, and stapled it to the back of the plywood. All right, guys, it's a very exciting moment. We get to bring our brand new cushions out to the travel cabin, see how they fit. Ah, we got our couch. Oh, this is great. So that's the original build, you guys. Now, a lot of things have changed, and we're not gonna rehash all of them. If you wanna see the ins and outs of the travel cabin, you can check out our tour video, which is linked up above and down below in the description. Take a look. We are on a brand new trailer. The original build had the travel cabin built on a Harbor Freight utility trailer. And honestly, that right there was my first big mistake. Now, Harbor Freight trailers are great for a lot of things. They're really good for moving things around. I've used it to haul lumber and all sorts of things, but they're not really made to build a structure like this on top of. What ended up happening over time is the dynamic weight of this structure coming down and shaking around as we drove down the highway. It started to break this flimsy frame apart, and it almost left us stranded in Florida. So what makes this trailer so much better? Well, first and foremost, this is a much heavier duty trailer. The frame is so much stronger, and it is built to last. It's wider. I mean, as you can tell, this thing is very, very tall. And while I was able to safely tow it on the old trailer, having it on a much wider trailer base like this has made it so much safer, and that peace of mind was worth every single penny. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing the original build process. A lot of that stuff I stand by today. The stuff with the trailer frame itself, I really wish I would have done differently, and I hope you can take something from this video to save yourself from making that mistake as well. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.